All right, Keshav Bhajanka is now joining us to talk more about about the segment, of course, he represents, but also about what to expect in the budget, CenturyPly. Keshav, thank you very much for your time. Good afternoon. Keshav, what's happening is that the last few years we've seen, plywood as a category evolve into a very important part of the, entire home renovation, piece. And also the acceptability of this and better quality one premiumization is reaching deeper towns as well, not only the larger cities. This consumption which has started, what are your expectations as a category leader from this budget this time around, which could boost your business as well as for the entire sector?
Thank you so much for having me. I think that the government in recent years has been balanced when it comes to the budget, and they are focused on long-term economic growth. At the same time, they've also taken steps to increase economic stability or increase short-term benefit for industry. So I think that this particular budget, we're expecting for more of the same. We would ideally like to see large capex in infrastructure. As you know, in any economy, in any growing economy, the housing sector plays a critical role, and housing and infrastructure are the drivers for economic growth, not just for sectors like ours, but I think for 700 plus sectors, these two are the building blocks. So we are hoping that the government continues the thrust on the same. Alongside that, I hope that there is some sort of provision for interest loan subsidy or waiver for home loans. I think these steps will definitely aid in our industry as well as various other industries.
Right. Obviously, Keshav, we're watching out for that. But, given that obviously the focus, like you were mentioning also for the government, has also been on that infra side, right? In the last couple of budgets, we've seen that focus coming in. So, specifically, anything that you're watching out for, because clearly the real estate side is in that uptrend. We're seeing that upcycle coming in. So, anything that you think that is one should watch out for here, or, that you want specifically there?
I think, for decades, countries like China and the US have invested substantially in infrastructure. And I think, yes, steps have been taken, but there's still a long way to go. So whether it be in terms of road infrastructure, as you know, our logistic cost is still, as a percentage, far higher than other countries. If you look at in terms of overall the infrastructure on ports, the spend that the government has done has been very refreshing, but I think there's a long way to go. And we hope that the government continues on the same. As infra builds, real estate will also be given a chance to expand. It becomes more affordable the further you go away, but for the further you go away from economic centers, infrastructure is required. So I'm hoping that the government continues on the same path. And I think they've taken a good approach with Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana and other schemes. So I'm hoping they continue with that.
Keshav, also talk to us, how is the, consumption, pulse of the consumption among the mid-income, you have, of course, in the last 1 year or so, upped your game on the premiumization side. But because you understand that space, I want to understand how's the consumer in the mid-level, the budget and the value segment side. Because if Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana or similar housing schemes get a boost, it's the mid and lower mid will actually start working on their home improvement plans and all of that. So how's the requirement there, demand there? Because last 2-3 months we understand some pickup is happening, but last 2 years apparently at the lower end things were not that great.
No, I completely agree with you. That is a very important segment for us and for the economy in general. I think that products like particle board and MDF for us have been doing really well, and currently also we are seeing good traction in both the categories. We are limited in particle board by our capacity, but in MDF we have expanded our capacities, and that is giving us very good traction in the market. So as you know, MDF is a cheaper version of plywood. It will be half the cost. So this goes well into the economy segment. This goes well into the mid-income group. And I think that is a segment where we have seen a good, strong revival. And I believe this is going to continue.
Let you go. Just a quick word on the company as well. I won't talk to you quarter because I think you're in silent period. But for the full year, 1 or 2 year outlook, how's the business momentum looking right now? If you could leave us with those thoughts.
I think that, we are very bullish. The company has been doing well. And of course, there will be short-term hiccups, but the long-term trajectory looks very good. Going forward, I think we are very confident of sustained growth for the next few years.
All right, we'll let you go on that one. Thanks so much, Keshav, for joining us on the show today.
Thank you.
With that, it's a wrap from Vinny and myself from this show, but Newsroom will take the action forward on the other side of the break. Don't go anywhere.